Hello, in this video I'll be explaining lesson 16 in section 3, talking about technology and the marketing mix. And as we know, the marketing mix, it's the 4 P's. They are the product, place, price, and promotion. So in this lesson, we're going to see how technology is going to influence these 4 P's and how it's going to influence it, let's say specifically each and every P at a time. So new technology is becoming integrated into marketing decisions. So how the new technology is being, let's say, part of any decision that I'll be taking in the marketing, because it represents new opportunities for businesses to market their products and services. And it means that there are frequent changes to all the 4 elements of the marketing mix. So the technology is, let's say, is like offering new opportunities for the businesses to offer their products and services in a better way. Starting with the first P, which is the product. So how technology is going to affect the product part of the marketing mix may be changed to respond to new technology. So how the product can be affected by technology. For example, new features can be added to the product. For example, over here, the mobile phones or the cell phones. So social media networking sites such as Facebook are changing the way businesses reach their potential customers, using like Twitter, pop-ups, sponsored links, paying search engines to put your website at the top of the research. This is what we mean by the promotion, how the, let's say, technology is affecting the promotion. So I'm making customers or potential customers more aware of my product. So I'm using, let's say, websites, I'm using social media platforms like Twitter, like Facebook, like pop-ups, and I can pay search engines to put my websites first in order to let people know about my product. And this is all part of using technology in the promotion part. And also in the promotion part, I can put my products on the internet using social media marketing and viral marketing as well. So before I proceed with the other P's, price and place, let us see what is meant by social media marketing. So when I say that I'm doing a social media marketing, it's a form of internet marketing. I'm talking about the product, I'm targeting the customers, but through internet. It involves creating and sharing a content on social media. Why? In order to achieve the marketing and the branding goals. So what do I do exactly in the social media marketing? I'm providing a content related to my business on the internet in order to achieve some goals like marketing goals and branding goals. So what do I do in the social media marketing? I add and I post texts, images, and videos and other contents so I can achieve something called the audience engagement, as well as paid social media advertising. So I'm doing all of these contents, I'm creating all of these, let's say, texts and images in order to make the customer or the target audience more engaged with me. And also viral marketing is when consumers are encouraged to share information online about the product of a business. So in the viral marketing, actually where the business is depending more on the customer or the consumer to, let's say, give him the freedom to share information online about the product of the business. So who's going to do this marketing is the consumer, not the business, unlike the social media marketing. And both of them, pay attention that we are still in the promotion part, how technology is affecting the promotion part. So now let's say going to the price part, the internet allows businesses to gather information about the customer purchasing habits, which means the dynamic pricing. So it can be used to increase revenue by changing prices frequently depending on the level of demand of the product on the internet. So the technology or the internet allowed the businesses to know if the customer is buying from this product in a high pattern or he's buying like every day from the same product. So the technology is going to allow the business to know the level of demand, and based on the level of demand they're going to change the prices based on dynamic pricing. The last part, which is the place, also the internet facilitated the widespread use of online purchasing, e-commerce, and created new opportunities for the place part in the marketing mix. So now I'm like not only selling in a normal shop, a normal store, now also I'm selling and buying through the internet, which is called an e-commerce. So e-commerce over here, it's the online buying and selling goods and services using computer system linked to the internet, or I'm using, let's say, my cell phone to buy and sell the products on the internet. Okay, so the use of internet and social media networks for promotion. So we're still talking about the promotion part. They're adding more about the promotion part. So there are a number of benefits to the business of advertising on social media networking sites such as Facebook. So here, let's see the benefits of offering or advertising on social media networks such as Facebook. I'm advertising my products. So what are the benefits? So target specific demographic groups who will share product information through viral marketing. So when I put, let's say, information or advertisements on Facebook, I will be able to allow these like specific groups to do the viral marketing, which is sharing information online about the product. Number two, target customers will see the advert when they go on Facebook. I will specifically target the people who actually, let's say, go through Facebook and they actually see the advertisements. Speed in response to market changes. Information can be updated regularly. So whenever I'm putting an advertisement on Facebook, I can update it regularly because I know how to respond to changes in the market. I'm aware of all the changes. It's cheap to use. Low cost of advertisements on Facebook. It reaches groups that are difficult to reach any other way, especially when there's, let's say, limitation in the location, or I'm targeting people, let's say, in a different country. So, however, when I'm posting, let's say, an advertisement on Facebook, there are a lot of disadvantages. The first one, it can alienate customers if they find the advert annoying. So it can, let's say, push the customers away if my advertisement was annoying and therefore I'm losing customers. Business have to pay for advertising if using pop-ups. So also, like, if I'm using specific, let's say, type of advertising such as pop-ups, as a business I have to pay additional cost. Potential customers may not use social media networks. So if I'm like targeting a customer and he doesn't use internet or social media, then I'm putting the advertisement in the wrong place. There is a lack of control of advertising if used by others. So if my advertisement was used by other people, I can lose track, or I can, let's say, have lack of control of advertisements. Messages may be altered or used in a bad way and forwarded on to other users, giving the business bad publicity. So if these people, let's say, I lost control over the advertisement and it was used in a bad way by other people, I can get a bad publicity or a bad reputation as a business. So now we're gonna see the advantages or the benefits of advertising on the own website of the organization. So if I put an advertisement on the organization's own website, what are the benefits of this process? Number one, no extra cost because it's the business's own website, so it's already up, it's already for the business. They can have control over advertising, and because it's on the business's own website, it can change adverts quickly and update the pictures and prices and so on whenever the business feels like it, or they did let's say they want to. And also interactive adverts can be more attractive than those in other forms of advertising media such as magazines and posters. So I can put interactive advertisements on my website, can provide more information in adverts and link to other pages with further information and pictures. So since it's like the business's own website, so definitely they're going to be free about what they actually post on the website. attracts funds and payments from companies that want to advertise or associate or linked with your website. So if any other company or any other business wants to advertise on the website, they can, let's say, as a business, I will get more payment and more funds, more money. But the disadvantages of using the own website for the company is potential customers may not see the website, as the page may come up in a long list of results when using search engines such as Google. So the website can be like in page 4 or page 5. It's not seen by potential customers or targeted customers. Relies on customers finding the website. So if I didn't like share the website enough, the customers will not be, let's say, aware that there's even this website. Design cost of the website may be high. In order to actually design the website or to make it attractive, it can cost a lot of money. So now we're going to be speaking about e-commerce. So in e-commerce, I'm selling and I'm buying products online, all right? Unlike like the old way, which is like just selling in a store or I'm buying from a store and so on. So over here, we have like two statements by different marketing managers. So manager A, since my company introduced a new website which allows e-commerce, sales have increased by 55%. This includes sales to countries we have never sold to before. We are now thinking about closing some of our retail shops. Then manager B, my company sells handmade suits for men and women. We offer a personal service and customers visit us several times during the making of their suit to check for size and style. We use the internet only for gaining market research and dealing with suppliers. So we have two different statements. The manager A is like with the idea that or sharing the benefits of e-commerce. Meanwhile, manager B is like just explaining how it wouldn't work with him because he's doing a customized product that needs a direct contact with the customers. So over here, we're going to see like the opportunities of e-commerce to the business and opportunities of e-commerce to consumers. So opportunities of e-commerce, of buying and selling online to the business. Number one, website can be used to promote the company and its products worldwide. So using e-commerce, I can promote the business and the products, and it's going to be more cheap than other forms of marketing. Number two, the orders can be taken on the internet and sent directly to the company's warehouse for dispatch. So I can easily send orders to the warehouse over the internet without the actual presence of, let's say whoever like represents the business. Number three, consumers might be encouraged to purchase more products than they intended by an attractive and easy to follow website. So the website might be like very attractive and easy to use, so it's going to encourage the customer to do or to buy more than one product. Number four, businesses can also easily make online purchases of supplies and material from other businesses. And we also like, I'm not just like buying and selling from individuals. No, I can do the B2B, which is selling and buying from businesses as well, especially suppliers. I can buy over the internet, let's say raw materials and components as well. Online, depending on the number of customers hitting the product's web page at a particular time of the day or of the week. Okay, so when I'm okay, so when I'm using the opportunities for e-commerce for the business, I am using, let's say, the dynamic pricing is going to allow me to do dynamic pricing. So dynamic pricing is just changing the prices based on, let's say, the level of demand of the customers for the product. So because I have, let's say, I'm selling online and online, so it's gonna allow me to know the amount of products, so like the number of products sold from the specific, let's say, product X or product Y. Here we have opportunities of e-commerce to consumers. So as a consumer, what is, let's say, the benefits for me from using e-commerce? So number one, there's no need to leave the house to go shopping, and it's like I can go shopping whenever I feel like. So there's no need to leave the house, and it's one of the major, let's say, why, let's say, e-commerce it's expanding, because like consumers, they feel that they can do the purchase process like when they are just home. Comparisons between prices and product service offered can be easily made by surfing from one website to another. So when I'm, let's say, using e-commerce as a consumer, I can actually, let's say, compare between prices. I can go to website A and to look for the price of the shoes, and I can go to website B and I can compare the prices of the same shoes. All right. Payments by credit or that debit card is very easy. I can use my credit card or debit card. Consumers can now easily access products and services from businesses located abroad. So I can actually look at products that are in Russia or in Ukraine, okay, just because of e-commerce. So it's not difficult anymore, and I can actually surf the internet and to look for different products. Consumers can buy some products for prices much lower than they would without the competition of e-commerce. So because of e-commerce, now consumers are able to buy products for cheaper prices. Customers can buy parts or components from manufacturer without the addition of retailer profit margin. So they can, as a customer, I can get, let's say, parts or components from manufacturers without the retailers, which is like distribution channel 2, okay, without this retailer adding money or making the prices more expensive. I can buy it cheaper from the internet. Packaging and transport costs have fallen due to competition on internet, so it's cheaper to buy from abroad now. So because there's a lot of websites and a lot of competitors, now it's going to be cheaper for the business to sell abroad. So now we're going to be talking about the threats, or let's say the like the drawback of the e-commerce to businesses. So as a business, what are, let's say, the drawbacks or the threats for the business whenever like I'm selling and buying online? Number one, with so many businesses now offering e-commerce websites, the competition now is very high. A lot of people are selling and buying online. So this is the first threat, the competition. And number two, website designs must be very clear, attractive, and easy to operate. Website design can be expensive. So in order to, let's say, design a website that is like attractive for the customers, it's going to be super expensive for me as a business to do this kind of attractive and clear and easy to operate website. Transport costs per product sold are likely to be higher than selling through traditional shops. So as a business, sometimes I afford the transport cost, especially if the customer, let's say, asked for the transport cost or asked for the, let's say, to deliver the product and he's abroad. And also if I'm like sending the product from one country to another, as a business, I must, let's say, I must package it, use a good package, and to deliver it separately for each and every customer, especially customers like if there's no face-to-face interaction with the consumers whatsoever. So I can't get a feedback because I can't see the customer. Consumers in most countries have the legal right to reject goods bought through the e-commerce because they have not seen, touched, or worn the actual good. Returns can add to business cost. So sometimes the return policy for some businesses, it can be a bit added to the business cost, and consumers can actually, or they have the right to reject the goods that they didn't like. And although fewer shops maybe needed, a large warehouse and efficient inventory control systems are essential to fulfill consumers' orders. So even though that I'm working online, I will need a warehouse. I will need an efficient inventory control system for the warehouse as well to fulfill all the orders of the customers. E-commerce is not suitable for businesses that sell personal services. So if I'm doing a personal service or customized service, such as hairdressing, e-commerce is not the right. It's not the right. It's not the right. Let's say way of business for me. I can do it online. Now we're going to be talking about the threats of e-commerce to consumers. So consumers need access to the internet. So this is the first setback. Sometimes as a consumer, they might not have an internet. Computer system failure or weak internet connection can result in frustrated consumers who cannot access websites. So if there's, let's say, also we're talking about the technical problems, if there's no internet connection, then it's going to be frustrating for the consumers to access the website. Also, over here as a consumer, I cannot see, touch, or try the product that I'm buying online. There is no face-to-face contact with the sales staff, so I cannot actually, let's say, get more information about the products and services. Many consumers are concerned about the identity theft, and this is like all about, let's say, if I'm giving like my credit card number, or let's say I'm handing out personal information to buy the goods online, so it's gonna be like somehow risky. Okay. So that was lesson 16, technology and the marketing mix. See you in lesson 17.